He's going to give us some news today. Akwasi Addae Odike is my guest today. Welcome to iCulture TV, Radio Culture, Mr. Odike, Mr. Addae. I say, Mepacho, you can't waha, you can't fanti, you can't house, Kasabia Ghana for Cambia, you can't be waha. Sabrafone Soba, please feel free to speak that for us, sir. Mepacho, Mpomuti saying. Yo. Na baby otia say ye hu enim papa me pacho enka timi straighten up kakra man ke hu enim a nka ye be ye pa
but of very woman
me hu say how a dark kakra but it's better than nothing. Ye hu at least ya be kan ye better nti no ne hia more yo me pacho ye da CP say wa join ye nde na you don't need any introduction to most Ghanaians who are politically inclined, or more deep politics in China. But Yembisa, na kan wasem ka create and being as this is an exclusive interview, no. Ebiana obi a pedibi cry who are own him yet. Me pacho kan wasem ka create who is this enigma called Akwasi Addae Odike?
Yo, ebusa for me chamu na wo American memory baby interview ko kudu bia. From Akwasi Odike ni my whole kidney I have a kind of say my popular name and I say
nickname.
Yeah, na me asantini me fed my caskesi me read my secondary school and I ja yenene mu ye business actually na me sa ko to asu kakra wo legon ko ye leadership and strategic management ne ada ye jam the better me lot but basically men kwana nyina de me business man obi anim Odike ventures nipa bebre no a boy a umbe nti business ni mu na me yen say no de baby aga na ekro sebi o se asu ye bem na e die nim de ne said the life experience ya Ghana experience no it mean be boa ma enema ko yi ma ware ma wo mama akuma 7 and my brother be akaka my brother me owner of Odike Ventures modern global and buy a Odike group of companies so to speak.
Na obia onyini wo Kumasi the name Odike no enye strange cry no obia especially from my generation at least aye nyini wo Kumasi ni na ndeti din Odike na otompa boa ne no mamebo
and your fashion garment na your friend saying retail garment and shoes wo Kumasi takra de na akra nti nye Kumasi nko ha yidi no de shita baby a ana ne sa so crab esa so tombo ni wo bills ena na me sign so the raw bonu wo ni ba e be so tro wo Ghana e be li toma West African countries ni bebebe.
Hey,
I said
yes. Now Tom Broniwewu from Ghana to other West African countries.
Yes, na e wanna be hawa na a ship load no mo de ba a giant bills na ye ya be Lebanon a pressing in small bills.
Be patrol na be be who enim ye kakra na light mo mame na nsema wo ken obi a bia na na ote wonka for the first time ye hu enim ye na ye din komoni ye me patrol.
Okay, and me position you baby
that's a light which in eba instead a light there you go. Much better. I think I will
one second.
Yes, thank you. I think I'm coming bed. I want for Mundina so.
You're watching iCulture TV, Africa from an African perspective. iCulture TV, reality. Africa from an African perspective. Yes, time.
Because you're ready, I know mommy home.
Okay, like me, woman,
Aye, see the you clear pa. I feel my JD Odike ankasa na mene na ekasa no. Yo, okay. It's now okay. Now hono ye hub mo fa obroni we will now supply to other West African countries, including French speaking countries in Adeni na.
Umkwara patronize more.
I see. Na impabo bi bae ebra ye nyi na friend opanka. Wona akofa sampabo ani bae.
I mean a jaba ne busiano edosun na edeba. Sabre na bas for chese ye ton fashion into the other biano. You panka.
I see.
No matter.
Yeah. Panka ni be GD pa wo Kumasi those times. And now I'm so also na what GD name pass I would now the main distributor into wow. Okay, yo, and afe odi business and afe odi be branch be pay politics. What can more some can create from the introduction no? Say odi be but at the point na a see ya. Emma decided say I belong to the governing class. Let me go there instead of staying in the business class no.
A business in to right now, yes, you move away kakra from retailing into construction, into that's your business. Say politics, them for BBM, say, what do I drink a ball, man? But in Chauka, and do I need you, man? A better than what you survive, what a bushanty. Yeah, that's why I hear you. They pushing into politics, yes, say. Yeah, astute business people, and I say you belong to the business fraternity, especially the private sector. You trace carcass, you develop all mine. But multi-party democracy by Akwa kudu pembe so be say ubi tran ready to kasaka krebi ubi school na akoya minister. Have you call due process and also akoye enkata semo abemu a obi asebio onye adwuma da onye hwe no minister so be kon ne me ekoso no 200 na say no yen tratas mbien develop mine na yenye back benches all the time because you focus on our business and so many things and I happen on mine more sebio yesu nyansa e ba man no semo a me school me yen courses kakra fine ti minim said the city and I'm saying no yentrance and you original one ya press bia you so press on and you
I see. Now then, as inkling nearby, no one can join the parties now. We heard that Danibi. Now, we decided say one casabe to the nature say, "Bibio muye biya nyofe." And
up till today, the model of governance and in the leadership architecture, 1992 constitution are prescribed for this country. It's still not the best, and Ghana is retrogressing. Backsliding, especially or manager Padiani Wunara, Ludona influencer. Afi, Eduma Bia ya bindian. Intimini emu pay. Yes, at the man and crown sana akubi mudi. Odi anoton chenya. Your environment I polluted. Ye many na konechi. Public transport bibia basa. I'm saying no. And let's say na isana Ghana tie. And me want to say, if in 1992, you use this model of governance and this constitution, those few people at the top notch, and you from the air. And that is not in a Buana, you say, you better right all the wrongs in society. Then you might, and motivating it to said we are not many said now can go some back. But today, this model and more organizational behavior and and more ordinary Ghanaians.
But you're seeing say part you can say politics there numbers, right? Into be fun say KB adding nanka one ko bonra ebia MPP mu ana one ko bonra NDC mu nanka one for ideas nanko honum anko benefited from some numbers na wo no nanka mo so benefited from most so ideas no rather than starting off a new party it's building from the scratch obi be say there be chance na bonya some numbers na wo here to back you to be president of the country na bibisa.
Normally, it's not about the numbers, because leadership is not about who you are or where you belong to. It's about what you can do. And you know, said you are framing. Me sure seka na sorry aka obetimen can frame me.
Right.
And if you want to change, you change your pattern, your direction before you can effect change. And the direction of my corner. And then you can say, I was a bit of say, they may be more in numbers, but you may be right. I be mine. And I better say, Ube single out of this. No, maybe I say, who say, this is what you believe in. And we are better than say, if I was meant need to do a cheat, then quite money. And the mere father, some doesn't just say, and it's also alternative. Let's say now between Gina, I get to message across. I think is the best. It doesn't matter how long in the bed. Sign the MPP and DC. Ghana by no money. If you mean a course school at Almote MPP and this one, maybe secondary school, me business. And you know, the only ma be bra. And the little just suppose you won't say you won't say no. Emwa and you kwasam dem koka.
I see. Na ufi Asante. Na obia if befani say nka Asante de nka omo enya politician of stature na. No, naturally they veer towards NPP. Into the young find this into for now. But MPP, I didn't think one could join the MPP Odike. And now we can't hold a more normal beer and no nema one and then what happened?
That we joining MPP that. Me joining NDC that. Me share your money ko. Adia me joining Ghana. It is our money ko ya. Me ko yesu me. And yes you all say and yema M1 more money ko ni. Yes so you be pinpointing na ya offer constructive criticism. It's not about MPP and DC. Umbeto Ghana and Ghana first. The main cordon because some cordon MPP and DC, their indoctrination, you know, and the direction of the party, you know, and also some of them have been DHD. So I want to free my mind from partisanship and India.
Yo, but that's it. Now, me touch it on. And normally air cost Ghana, but before that, no. Recently, you were in the news as saying, say you have no confidence in the judicial system. Suddenly, I say, Obi say you have no confidence in anything at all that's going on in Ghana. And that this is just one of them. Is that the case? And now say judicial system. When we put you have no confidence in the judicial system.
And your judicial. I don't have confidence in the legislature, the executive, and then the judiciary. All the three arms of government, you know. As you say, Emma Wumu, Enya Juma Mwa, or mining council, and Shano Bois, Umu, Umu, the frontline politicians are Umu, Enya Tumi, Ewo, Sa three arms of government, you know. And they don't want the system to be, they don't want what we call it, they don't want us to challenge the status quo. Because the rotten any system failure and no now they are the direct beneficiaries. And they don't want any change. But as a Ghana for change, we must change our way of life and the direction of the politics in the country before we can effect change.
Sorry to interrupt, but Obi Beka said way your semantics and because at least you can't the same thing now in a way and I'm more year to offer hono or because some of it, for instance, a constitutional review a year in progress a year or because it's in a change in some of the dynamics in how we trade, for instance. Any normal, you don't see anything at all going on. Pointed to veering away from the status.
Very good. Unim, me, I don't criticize for criticism's sake. It means my model of governance architecture, Ebeboa Ghana, I'm up to the union government, all inclusive government. A philosophy, and can be party from our current multi-party democracy to all inclusive governance. Unim say
democracy government and no model nibia na say what they different.
Maybe different. I mean, Christine or Sir Edin because Edin idea and one na champion. Can was but one blueprint and I am implement it. And you know, Edin am far keke, but the na champion meaning and ya no na make sure. Look, yeah, in your constitution they say we have 3 arms of government: the legislature, the executive, and then the judiciary. And in the constitution, you see these 3 arms of government must work separately so that we can have what we call checks and balances. And we check we now check we in the vice versa. But along the same constitution, a summer president to me money appointing chief justice was also a promote 2 justices. Afi also ministers in free parliament. Ekobasa na separation of powers in checks and balances na ayera. And no na akoswama obi be dia konwa na odi tumi hye nsem eye de oye bia no get away with it. And this system a continuation of colonization, because in my candid opinion, so akofa system biba na system intimi may cure the lapses in the system. Now rather no e sankra de mokomochi dodo dia na enya de beboa colonial exploitation, any imperialist status ba Africa no, and one who design a model of governance a faso na yenyebi because America for any Britain for our model bia ye be fe bia beboa yen and they are blended American and British system of government and SCAB. But you see, democracy is a template. Every nation carve the democracy around the understanding, the traditions, the culture, and the way of life of the people. It is a whole, yes, it is a whole town. Emma colonial master no be deals. One was our prescribe a system of governance. No one did you say wow. Now I went to me and translate and say no. Ghana is an ethnocentric country, and the echoes were and you been echoes of US. Your way of life will be beyond American Britain. And you the crop. So therefore, see a carbon copy almost system of governance said same results America Funya is a lie. You know be a micromas and the force say idea will be the fee in a say be fee. And a laziness on our part, say after independent you carve a system, a democratic system, a bit tailored to suit our mindset, culture, traditions, and our way of life.
Speaking of that, no, union government concept, no, what goes in there? What's in there?
Yeah, system. Yes, say we don't need political parties to run the country because a divide ama talents I was a beboama or man yedi adumano part we win here a winner stays all or in a party for
Trey and Sana what is when I mean the Cambridge room and Sana what was because Miss Point when Kwan cry we win me vote that to them a patch to us much me office no bedroom meeting
me patch you know ama kakse ko fi ni book no so ofia onyina me function enti ya carve no say you better about from bottom up approach system of government. What it means is say to me can say they ma a form Because okay, Article 1 of our Constitution was the sovereignty of the nation resides in the people. But in practice, the sovereignty now could be those at the top notch. And they also say top bottom system of governance. By also per se, the nation resides.
Sorry.
In the people, in the masses. What I say? But just acquire a strong phone na a BBA a phone. After the leadership architecture, and I'm saying, you see, party bebano. You are creating institutions, you from National Vetting Commission, who per se will stand about to every level of leadership. Umu be screening the parodo are more contest no. Umu screening we are NCC ebe boamo mobia ye ne campaign. Eni here so bia diska e de be saa no man. Posters bia
omo be screening mo no ma be some free hono. When they be choose sanko for no. Ko one
national
now you are also introducing another ill in the attempt of curing an ill, right? Because not just say no, yeah, sure, or mom bet selected. And as the crowd bet you see, and as whoever whichever body bet you see, or mom bet screening no most be very powerful whole. And
sir, your criteria ubia office of contest election yeah. Also meet here a public knowledge. Say if you want to vie for assemblyman, our criteria also meeting.
Yes.
If you want to vie for MP, our criteria also meeting. Yes. All these things are printed black and white. These are the areas NEMA requirements are also meeting. It is a more department in more corner screenshot 20 okay to stand for the elections. Then electoral commission will come in and then we conduct election. Ebasa akrimoni ne rank on in your election inducement inside the will be a thing of the past.
All the money that is wasted every 4 years. The problem, no. 4 years per 4 years per tons of money.
Now political parties
that are broken
are created a friend delegate system. Will to meet as much as 100,000 cities, which is about almost $10,000. Say Jenna Koto Abamame. One vote. And a year was Sika a year or mine for the young Maria and we would seek that office. It will Amma Sika said the Koya Duma Boa Form 4 in terms of quality education, in terms of good sanitation, in terms of skill labor, in terms of job creation. Say what is important in next election, and the let us gather money at the detriment of development. Now, after what you don't say, the discretionaries and a mamma of Fonto, Umupa Kunyanswa, they are not being official or money be. Ghana as a nation also on one vision, a national policy.
That's right.
Service, I don't know where your president are. You only should pretend over the implementation of the national vision. And they don't have job description. They don't have what we call it job description and some target. Say you try a couple of this is what we are expecting. Not only the president, all the various sectors to the Massingeria class. It was in discipline, both financial and ethical. I have a challenge to the whole country. We need to change the whole governance architecture. The colonial masters in the Mayan, and what I have bus drivers. and almost politicians nechi. And Anyama a mombe colonize a palm woman. Now they are getting them next to nothing through our chain of command from the executive to the managerial class. Iti yenyaoila yenya 10% pay. Go to 100 years. And getting 3%, 6%. Just like basa. Yeah, the value. Yenye bibia agriculture. A basic net. That's what the second year so nedo. Can you imagine? And with this model, you lose near national airline Ghana Airways. You lose near 15 ship Black Star Line. You lose near running public transport. OSA. You lose near rail intercity railway system. You lose and the train you Ghana. Be everything is in a mess.
But me percent still no. Uni masem na no what we are no partially and now the be account. But again potini see and Tiaoka say need faith in the justice system now. What prompted that?
Jedika man benyu dada ko for baso. Me kai pass public institutions no. Per our constitution no. Also we are autonomous. Na ye devoid of partisan infiltration. I remember that for by who are doing no to say when you MPP near or to proceed on leave. Now, Mapamo no replace say any panel with MPP because Umopamo a soldier for your place for the Babe Pamo and you dare not try say very resisting. Then they give you compensation from the state pest, from the national pest. And I'm not judicial, you know. President now appointed Chief Justice. President now will promote the justices. It means for will be from a lower court to a higher court. Wabra now and also sailing through the ranks to that top. Ubena partisan tina ebia junior court when you better na ya pejana court superior courts ni bi ama system no akwai to say me pack me judges are align with my government and the mama can send be say August month san ye beto ba edneba power e ko follow one NDC lawyers ko share to ka to me say Kufuor do pack all the courts with MPP members. It's more motive. Me pack more account. Now so yakunya NDC judges. And so share yen judicial system now. We won't say MPP NDC judges any ewo. Are they also neutral so that they can adjudicate cases are fair. And there are so many cases. What they call now because it depended the political we need to maybe the union government they say I was say Chief Justice no yana ebrebiano your justices be depending on the president about appointing yana normally be at 13 9 11 and these odd numbers say yama judicial council now twaba no muni Chief Justice. Avomu promotion bibiano, it must be merit by merits. Say who select through the ranks to the top one, then you deserve it. But wana you leave for gobi, or wana just a basa. The president pen what they call judicial or compromising. Now a whole lot is happening there. Bribery, allegations of bribery and corruption. I am war for. And I said Supreme Court judge back Kolendi or say stop bribing the judges so that they can give fair judgment. Can you imagine? They know say partisanship among the structures, any institutions. I say serve the interest of ordinary Ghanaian. Anyone who some Ghana, to whom you know, and selective justices, any a friend saying, kind of saying, attention, what you say, and
I
my brother, Nyani Kasa, Oko Parliament, almost the same thing. They are doing the back and call of the executive, and every bill could be depending on about what is one. Yeah, Koshemra.
Yo, now me personally make a quick point. You say, as now I say President Mahama Khan, my understanding of it was that he was saying he was going to balance the court. Now, unless, of course, the focus on what you're saying is that we have to change that system. Otherwise, so the system gives him the permission to do that. And I think, sir, it's something we should look at. I, for instance, don't know why there are so many judges at the Supreme Court. I think there should be like 5 or 7. I think.
For time. A case was Chikata versus the state. As I'm here, Dina, Kufo say, a Gufado, but the then Attorney General, Mono Modern, and almost have appointed extra judges. Emma, Umubeye, as be omit me, I implicate Chikata. So many examples are a dead deeply say that arm of government partisanship, Abuewuram, say answer someone lawlessness, any culture of impunity. Ebe kosusa ama motia buchi se mo pese mo be fia enye nikanya kono se oba be meeti rule of law equality before the law, and I say no one is above the law. Selective justices and the order of the day.
Yo, now may you interested in finding out say anything at all going on positively impacted because like I'm saying, some people are politicians, all they know is to find the faults, right? But Sabani say finding out something that is positive, that's going towards solving some of these ills because for instance, there's a review in the judicial sector. First, na answer na call law school poli yen fan say wo fi boliga wo person ye lawyer we nto ametena kra and call a makola untimi ne lawyer mani nyi, which was nonsense, like utter nonsense. What hamiche, but you say I think said arrangements have been made that wait to me and take your exams from there to be a lawyer and all
but
that.
Listen to me, my brother, what you are saying is just to give access, but it doesn't cure the menace now.
That was an example. No. I'm just saying.
But your example, listen. Your example does any bearings on the year canon or access once now can say ye BM access to law school.
So, like I was saying, Odike, that was just one example. And what I'm saying is that
I'm saying, for example, nowadays,
for example, then maybe you can get what I'm saying. There's also a constitutional review going on, right? Share how the country is governed and all of that, meaning how much suggestions or input you have made to that process and all of that. But I see something going on, and that's where I want to draw your attention to. Say, yes, we may have all these problems, but don't you see anything at all going on to cure some of them?
Yes. Even the extended invitation to me, say, I'm a union government book, me come 10 copies.
Oh, good.
Uma I review no ama mensa can draft ni making kai no de mi hu ye ne say omo de musa kwane nam ho, but the main issues are ebeboa ama ye cure all the lapses in the our current democratic dispensation. Masa enam ho say ye kwama president another 1 year more account. It doesn't cure anything because the whole country lacks system, and we must create systems that leaders will work on. A system fail once and yet longevity. I will be no. I feel a couple ministers at 60. China crowd ministers yesterday, just about 25%. Now a smaller country, and the most saddest aspect of it, they say. constitution clear say there shall be 19 cabinet ministers, but politicians will do everything in their might to create about 100 and something ministers. You have to tell Land Cruiser, you move police, you move ex gratia. Just like so many waste. At the end of the day, Ghana is still backsliding because Omani lack a system. Union government, a system, a meritocratic system of governance, a system running, and yet human interface. Yeah, and too much of discretionaries for why Unyansa baby. Our Ghana and Union the system second thing. Oba, you work on the system. If you know government is a system running government. It doesn't matter who leads, the system runs. It is systems. We don't need human interface. We in a baby one Debbie. It is constitutional review. Makinka and I know last week Monday, me catch my through a challenge on a sister TV station, Angel to be precise. Catch him say, do my no, it is a Kodoko Nujan Kuntia. Be pianwa a bit me as a sample work and tea. Your mama, Sema Mia near the right now, we will kick against it.
Now, Bibi say no, na me partisan kai apart from donating books to them, no, ka ubekoho, nanka wama voice I head because you have all these fabulous ideas, but it looks as if say you are presenting it with a long pole. Monje namu fani juma, but anyhow, minima di kunta went to be uncopy. Maybe an our business now there edu copy before.
David, sir, your friend and I I'm ready to say.
So omo ebro.
Yes, I don't say. Omo the invitation, bro. I'm me version of how the constitution should be reviewed. And to my surprise, and yama, I was a young old man, kitty, I didn't for me. Bibi to say, a system of government. Bibi to say, emolument name, ex gratia, indemnity clause, so many partisanship are state institutions. Ninina, woman, and you know, we want you know, yes, I be job baby Ghana Samaki the same time. And the emperor, my emfa, said you won't have phone for your chimney Ryan. Yes, say, a book can I for once, young fear Nancy form. Young family can force system to baby. Young Britain form to baby because Britain, they are not running any good system. And then every now and then we change prime minister. Says the system no any American. So one can say no cry. Once American system cry and then abandon diminishing returns a sim. America says I had dinner that almost said we moody so for. But so China model system of government a more economic environment, they create job opportunities, now a create discipline amongst I bet US Britain woman coming and China you can't steal and you might be brought to China China no get away with it. If you China system no any union government no certain similarities. And now a modern system, Emma and that's all, Emma hope, Emma employment, Emma technology, money in a year. Eti America, Britain, one and a system, no, a form America for and the production level will be let's say Susan America, whom we Pabuaya Bibia. And then in our relocated America for import as said the Ghana for import pepe. Britain for import said the Ghana for import pepe. So more unemployment issue I face no. One way or the other musu face me. and China and we need jobs for our people. We need a system treat all the citizens equal. And
okay. All right, enti Odike mention no be a coso e Ghana and Sunday sorry so. One or two things be a very out there. I'm a person Joe dream chair. First of all, you're starting feature my wound to me. Chama wound to me sense me buy ye. Mete udin wom. Mete say Chama wound to me Joe asasi bi. Or so the yaka pa kobe ho na afi do so the wo kokko to say bibisa. Question me bisa me ho. I look crack can be me yes me person me no kasa pe. And he say Udi assassin man is on package the cars or no. So one fan crata anka. And I saw the man na sudden crata can humano. And I say, despite say own being crata, and I know the whole court, and I said, the next war.
One for man court, and a man, Debbie, won't you invite court? Yes, I okay. The say, or say, me say, or packing a truck. Must meet us here, Eddie man. Now, a team, no, I train Yanni a ball. Abiguso say Obiasa the intent in say Obeso take you over from Sabra so not buying the power. And my friend no catch and say I don't mean or female. Now the Emma me go a few more and say no I go find a metal for better assassin so Sabra so no my imagine me say me disposal of the land. Now me jiska a yard for it client to be able to be a no catch and assassin. Manson so you Odike for 4 years. Na minya kwan en assassin because you more won't be so powerful say obi tini din kra o ma de no me was so willingly me the man say brother say so watch o dia kwan and finally ana me ne kokoten edi hunkomo no so me me call lance say bibia ya it doesn't matter meto o ti say kokoten akwai search no no corner so say why so person auto na me masas no e hon yo me dia kwaji loan bank so to bank for money incident of which was not true because kwakwa akwa search free from any encumbrances and kwakwa so okay na me conference call na tie Odike so version me say masa boy nya kokodro e conference call mu e klemu say makwakwa nto no to be nya asem. Can you imagine? Yes. Such wicked character. Wow. Ope baby do wadi gumanyo kapreba. Finally, the treatment for the mommy.
I see.
Sana something. Yes, sir.
Me that's pass watch him watch me. Cause me tea and na part be a year make ne kakra, but watch him ye
No, nya paper say my transfer be man, but now I broke me from say meton enyeska e dia kwedem. And I also petrol to
be go no or the ABB and I saw status of complaining no jai.
Me na say me no sabe na me ne galamsey sem ya kokan ya me ne say be me champagne for nya issue no. E ma quickly me relocate to Accra. To save my life because now any airtime, and I was advised by the then IGP, semi relocating for the time being. Now, me background, and I'm here says, I said, the Metron, I'm something they established me do Accra. It me met Chino, and I know about my wickedness.
But when saying, I don't know go on one fine CBB also.
Oh, mobile ball, as a shelter, the boys no come better them. Okay. Now, more guide. I'd say land guide. Also, I didn't know that. That's a whole assassin will be the land guide for Baswa. The excellence of a sword difference.
Yeah. Wow. And to when you na face say, Chama to me a war. What's Anka send me say a bro fo or my penny dada a crack who you know. Or do cross familiar any idea, and we are some I can't be me and call to see. But there may person may be sound say, you didn't echo if you see, you know, and no man mean with the person would show at mammy. Number one, MPP party add quack Jake ni cases no so mobile. Let me put it up to quite possible. Still, I'm sure lawyer selling for monetary match. say party na kwa case no say omo ebe handle case no as a party. Number one. Number two, and he say leader of the minority in parliament say or a political prisoner. The person who use how they we are no man. Me patch started with the latter one. Is he a political prisoner?
There be me who sir because case na dey the code jail. And yes, or your politics be a ye kase no wako kan se million say asa no wako kan ni tiaban nti ye beche no. We dey mining and ho asem a private business. Our concession no obi atimi gibi even China for America for Australia for ina be gibi. Et obi a was asase so timi je concession. Nemu e rules and regulations are ye dey. Na ma mention what ye be. Some rules and regulations, no. O flout na ye do between 1 to 5 years. And MPP crow ya mo majority of parliament no more abem. And we say, sir, friends say, sir punishment, no, is that. And the young fan free between 15 and 25 years. Emma Joe, former Bekwai MP, Joe BBB, Joe Wise,
Joe Joe Wise.
On the Prince, you shoot to kill. Why to galamsey, would you for young? I don't say there be 25 now, a deterrent enough. Now, and share one me the minimum say. So your mining rights say ko mining ye di kan no emra say woni hu kwan say we engage third party so be sa fanipa ne bra minerals commission baby akwaje ukrata no na wo mu hwem na the possible reforms also mu ye no ma ya and utumeje adwuma no sabra na kufu ad na wo so chi ni ye. And now, Lance Minister, omuye routine checks. And copy who say, Emranti was asking so omuya galamsey, which is against the mining right at the Mount. And omochi omo. To much more interrogate omo say, won't to mean a say, omume said man also. And a Buddha product about one thing, Sabrina won't be party our power. Say, Adia won't to me no. It's against the mining laws. It is the way illegal. To me, Asia Brantia, not enough on abonnent to say, where we should have Catanaman. Then an echo for could not solid demo for Libya. That same week, say, to me, as far as he's concerned, only on far home share illegalities PM. As I'm not control, Ubia and Kawi. Tiaban we buy no coach emlante na ya chi wo mu assign to asem ne so no mo to aso na wundumi version ne say one day one so mu ko illegal mine no ka so mu ko dua kube na kube no mu ko dua kra no wa ma mu ska na mum o ka so mu enye mine was aso ska on benya no mu fenua kube no asem we o uche man wa chi mu say the MPP for some be appeal train appeal eventually say to any other say in the lawyer, but from the layman's perspective, any the ATS and more.
You don't think
but no, that mean to me and prejudicial here. But what I'm saying is that I didn't MP before you know.
They are jailing that. He's already in jail. It's India, you know. And I
didn't MP before.
Now can I union the
That we are because I also make appeal. Appeal to me overturning. Appeal to me overturning the verdict.
Matthias.
What I say now, a whole political party Obia ya charging with crime. Munya must say more than weight a command. I mean, what is this? Even if it's not fair, Munya more non because any party is man or quiet when you assemble. And the personal business and quiet. It's a more solidarity to be cry. strong lawyers na mo be pa ma no but some about openly abeka say mo na chini saromande I think
good idea. One more question now wrap up. The democracy under attack. Is Ghana's democracy under attack, Odike?
Na Akufo-Addo time cry democracy wasn't under siege. Na ene there obia winning the rationale behind the Omuyeni say there are so many people are free for questioning and umunya mae no omunkasa nim say umuye enema bia prompt to say free it is a mumya demonstration na enchire wiase na say we are attacking the government is attacking MP4. It is not true. Na mokofo achichi womu. Bebre no akra pray ade be friend pray bargaining. Chese skara me wi a metiase se wo me ho. Uma me kwana me samfa state ni sika mere no. We democracy obi attack. Eripa na wo koma no. Wonu kwa ne lawyer se yema no kwa me metua sika na wafa. And who is attacking you?
Now, young fan compare said na tamaklu dear no. I'm for try say almost say abanyi ba ye na kwabna before a case for court to say sasan ya call for acquittal am ya boss asem negu to say said na tamaklu so or no so bia hu se bia we journey from justice near there young kofa ne bra kofa ne ba ya afi there mamina ya fani wa fani hu di on na mi akwa say selective kakrabi bem sana unhu no
maamene de honestly minya ntiem yi but me kwa na me bonyo so na me bonyo so because ekwa mo fast track ne opening de na me bonyo so but kwabredu for de minimu yi because na ye democracy attacks ni bia obi a ono o bank na bank na owo no contractors abamu contractor or no the discamo eye adwuma no or pre-finance ansa na abaye tua na scan be bra ko di construction a wa ban scan o huntua o se yet e be we obusu no sika o se model running no as a depositors money akodi outside eti mu anyi adwuma yi eti ya jo licenses kwa bra for them there even in America se bank bi kura akọ insolvency a yenkola se bank na se adwuma no ye boam adwuma no ese agent na so na obi a wa anya na adwuma ye apanish no because me I'm a businessman and every friends a business and I say a registered business bia no entity o se boam ani grow because on na be ma omaniska eno na ebe ma nipa anya adwuma ye enti se bibi nko yi kra ete so wawo ba is an entity to say nipa so onya ye tretre no ba so obegu no ama workers na watchman no wone be no ye wan koska honda so many people drivers umukra no bank dem o munra ho nyina akotena fie and I don't think say na proper can ufuriata ene dia ho ya esa ne mani nyina na wabetena America we wies ka begu nti ne maye ayedende
entina chese o chese come before the end there a proper so more you agree with the decision sana opeso triana
of course because only a purely business and your politics asem and the business will be ya
o no so what's one gate but mama chemu ka crave into na hwese obetimi e de no afọ my opinion bi ansa na ya so na
me ba before so be chemu me ade ba ko na e wo ho amenti ase mama no was ya the case no bo e ma ne file defense e wo Ghana sabe no amuso wa ha ye di asem ne kro na no abesre court so kwa America akohwe no yare
yes
I didn't know court one time and I'm di asem ni in absentia
meje di say bi man time frame bi ana say u court ya ma indefinite say court sa keke time wa pe bia no aba meje di say man
but I already say I so no any time frame, because at the end of the day, anybody also
any time frame. When we can for us and be new. Now it's an aqua to say, oh, yare na sabi yare no, and we are more important than Bonina yet chess or Wakudino. But that's
any penny any penny who are how do you proceed?
Again, Mebo, again, no. She was for a long time. And she said, can I say, so commit me a cassette court, say, oh, she say, no, me yare na kusisa na kusisa no. But on no better America, what to fee or Tihani Bibia, right? It's a kind of
Meba. A given in a hospital, the Ghana. No Biojana as in Libya. Your man, Shadibia Meko, Tini. Let you know, and this time, and I'm so first, can you say? But MPP for Nana, MPP time, Nana, you try no. Senya MPP for the Prince of Man, of which I am tempted to believe, said, I didn't MPP near this woman. Can you for that?
You can't say MPP in a money call. There was a judge who gave her the right to go. MPP had nothing to do with it, as far as I'm concerned.
And I say, court is being run by MPP and DC judges. Yes, starting from one day free. And just a Ghana and Libyan who say, conjecture that is the behavior of the courts in alignment with the political leaders. No, Ghana for so perception.
Idea, no, it's a perception. It's valid. Yes.
Can we forget MPP Tamna? Yes, say one year me. NDC by or the letter command. Julius Debra was chief chief. So or kwa America ko no yare. Na sabre red alert edan so muma no kwa ma ne koy. E just so mienu na no we scratch way back na we scratch way back. E ti wo hwe niam ne mienu a MPP NDC no me sure say behind scenes wo mo nkomo bi o mu di aga na fo nim I don't bet on any other than that. I'm not forced to say 24-hour rest. In community, and you run no more down. Wow. I said, me too. Say, you do be scapegoat. Obi better and sanity, but
what can say what can say because I want to make prison your day. Me to the passes can you no kwani dio. Me to the pass.
Masa. Now what now my you soon. E dey yes had you we. Na egu baby na nkwana be face dia. And I mean na can asem say. So obekuma boat from mo dware said rodie. And the German and Fanam Nam quiet.
I'm quiet.
Me won't be used to me. I mean to me used to me. Seven quiet debia, that's that chibiano. And once we give a man a better. No matter the baby from a bamenye. Because we are winning now. And freedom is beautiful. Says I wish we so business engagements view or the only I basa. And then would you I think say better because the obi be ya obeko free no bi a wo ya unya nsa enti ye ene pambo no silipa bo no ban
Nana my friend Nana what you do ye papa my only issue and let me express this and say with the kind of ideas now we want, right, and the kind of system you're running on, it would take a very long time to get people to understand what you are saying fully if you don't have numbers, right? And I
it's not true.
Well,
I beg to differ. Well, you know why?
Catch me why quickly. Then you wrap you up.
Now I'm feeling myself fulfilling. Me who say I am conforming level headache. And I begin they thought I was joke. And they are buying into that. And people are ready to sponsor us. What I say? And the Obiaka say, Adeɛ bi a wɔn ɛyɛ papa men when say independent as in TMMO, yes, perseverance, persistence, and endurance. Madam Migusua may bomb in some no the woo. Sabi democracy started free Greek. Nya America phone a carvo yet, and then no man so much dear man. Sana be a me crab, me woo. If you crack on phone, Timas yene. By me working,
almost because the person will be one center. As about that, the America question in Anawakano.
And my muso
person will be one center. What I mean,
it is up for
yeah, you bet to me, Nana, if it means forming a coalition with other parties, that's actually where I was going. Are you open to doing that? Forming a coalition with like-minded parties? You won't get it 100%, never. But if you say, okay, this party has numbers, it has power, it has more access to the access than I do, right? But however, they're still open to some of my ideas. Are you open to collaborating with maybe not NDC MPP, but some of the other parties who may have a similar mind frame?
Of course. Party organization behind here dom. Na dom so here say enipa beto was here. Now, make my academy say symbol say mini kura me be 5 political parties who are ready to align. But yeah, underground works be, especially I was say you started a mani party yen semnase and enche you be really other parties no mapa be doing now fe you started at the posters so busu you be printing as many as we can now fe the sini ni ade nyina be mankofo act ne de akokonkron ketuam achom said ye de e obi na abeto agu esu ene enti ase ne ye ko ho ntokwa ye de nie adentina ye wo oman a ye ne ye wo ayi before the colonial period no ye talk. Now we had our system until say colonial masters ebe fa ye no mu a ombeto ye bibia gu ye omde die bai omusu die ye ya ye hu ye one Africa country bia ni wa what this system we ye aduma aboa no enti no it must give way to a new one ebe boana ye tiase
Odike ye mena pa but mami bi south south me patropi try say obe fitting within by 1 or 1.5 minutes for mami. What do you think of this? Say ya himfo no that's in Kibia instead of parliament. Now you're zoning country out, ne de ahimfo no and more forming a certain conclave bia or more and representing your call for now. What do you think of that?
Before said colonial powers ne bansana netie. Na yempedifo na anwene hu yie se omuda ne tumi ni nyina akoma amanefo. Mo na makon age asase age oman no. But ye ya oman ne adwuma ye se mo nka ho. Ye oman share say ahemfo nya politics ni nyina ye colonial masters plans say by ombe eliminate the owners of the land no matumi take over through politicians ni nyina obuku mu eti ye say ahemfo no ye kreti another chamber our parliament ye frɛ ho ye be by camera legislature ahemfo no paramonsis ni bi be occupy ho afeso so ye system ni ye from the base, and you know, or you know, or administrative machinery. I work from home. The decision making be our from one, and from account be any assembly members new unit committee, no, and they manage all the electoral areas, and they are going to be autonomous. Maybe I send a soft copy of bill. Now can we are nipa so many agen it really Ghana from the base it a high crown top from wabra and somebody's responsibility say obey and award better from so oh asotwe ya hyehyɛ in such a way said obi ani di bibia chi eskasem bibia wutimi emfa 1 cedi emfa kona baabia eno na ya de kyerɛ Ghana for say the young and your papa and wine. And my system is obscure. You there's some person you a true accountable governance. Union government. Akwasi Addae Odike. This is my brainchild. Me and I carve this book. And then it carry a lot of Ghana and some any for men I'm there.
And for sale, you to say you document with the market see.
Yanton, you bema, you trust again in Libya Benyabi. Me printed first 5,000 and turn back over. Yeah, give away. Yes, I be printing more because many people as comfortable be person sponsor na me printing more say be education be form. In fact, they me printing in
copy. Me pay autograph copy. Next one about me pay signature on the way no. I'm very interested in reading that book.
Be our can be any aje. Papa was who can book not to me found toward that. And you would American, yeah, try say a corporate, yeah, way, yeah, the preparations for our campaign. Yes, she said logistics in your macacra. Yeah, take ground running, Ubeti and Kay, papa.
Okay, yo, na unkomo de Odike. Me yes, sorry, super pepper. Na be best about my last one. But before sorry, so let me say what other things I was all Odike. When was the last time I cooked Kumasi? What ne Kumasi for some Nakusi saying? She said, "Me did say Puma contribute. I was a trade."
Utum for I say Nana and some refimako. I'm an Eshrami. It's how quite yin and say, "Pa, me Kumasi food na nice. Umuye me domini na me no nice. I to be there good free say, so be unto us na, and non say unto us debi." And to me him for me, the any day, West Sibiama womb. Yet from Juma, only be any.
Nana, what's a miss from Nano, Masabo Dimbu, Nana, Mama Nana, Akwasi Addae Odike, businessman, politician, philanthropist, philosopher, Messakwa for a philosopher, because to come up with a whole idea for governing a country, it doesn't come out of nowhere. It comes from a very deep place. Thank you very much for joining us for today. The best about Nansubu, come on, Asia, to say, be kind, a bread, and my pine, but in some media, young can we, the best about Nansubu, not Yabisau, in some P. Now, before I back on, what's the comment saying? Is it true that America imports like Ghana? I'm saying, Uka, Simbia, not Uka say, America imported just like Ghana. My friend Don Quay's official, I think your name is Don Quay's. I'm saying I no cano. Meaning so one say but I live in America. I can confirm that a lot of the stuff we buy from the stores come from China. Thank you very much. That's a fact. Okay. And Nana and Abuaje on the say, I'm saying some now cano. I brought Najun in chassis so into the reaction and he said, yo, Anna, that was CP next week, you better say Shabu. Na moma yina yem fa asida Emma Akwasi Addae Odike. Nana Akwasi Addae Odike. That was CP Odike, you better say it.
Mr. Da CP, we yamia. Me wo homa. Ti de biaro. Ebre bi o yen biaro. Mr. Mejoso.
Me da CP, me book so there. Unya printing next batch na me pacho P. What sign na mama misaka.
Me hu dwumado. Me bro more copies kwa na so odi bia me ma wadofo.
Distributika e bia ma oni ade. You haso ye ofie enti se wo pe asem bia ka o frɛ media na me pacho fayedin ka ho. Na otimi kra frɛ ye nko a won chen na waka chen ansa waka cho mo aka no. Eno so kra nka adwe. Ye be fais yo, that's CP, and it will break and
that's yeah.
Thank you very much. Let me shout with you. So, Akwasi Addae Odike, a politician, businessman, philosopher, I call him, and a philanthropist also. Okay, yo, I'm say a brand new coca crack, Mr.